Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to my channel. If you haven't met me already, my name is Maria, or you can call me Queen because this is Queen's Nails, where we specialize in nail care and salon ownership. On this channel, you will also see me do some family vlogs because I am a mom of 3, but our main focus is nails and salon ownership. And today we are talking about nail forms. In this video, you will see me create a nail on my client here using nail forms. So instead of nail tips, we will be using forms today. So to start off, we are going to do our typical prep for nails. Now, some people don't push back. This video is a bit old, so I typically don't tend to push back on my clients' nails. I typically just go through it with a buffer. But you use your best guesstimate and see what you and your client prefer. At this time when I made this video, I did prefer to just push those cuticles back and then clip them for her. So here you'll just see me fighting with her cuticles a little bit. Either way, clipping cuticles is essential to having the best nail enhancement and also the best look. Obviously, clients come for a full service. Some salons might skip clipping your cuticles just to save on time. Sometimes it isn't always necessary because everybody's cuticle and hangnail growth is different. Everybody does different things with their hands. So some might produce more dead skin and cuticle than others. Use your best professional judgment when it comes to clipping cuticles for any service. And also, it's okay to ask the client if this is what they prefer. Okay, we have our sticker on. So as you can see, let's slow it down right here. We want to make sure that that nail form is underneath the natural nail so that way the acrylic falls in the right position. So here you just see me applying some Band-Aid, primer to make sure that our nail enhancement stays. As you can see, we don't have any nail tips on. So I personally prefer to use nail tips because I do think that they're faster. However, I don't count nail forms out because sometimes you'll have a nail that is too short. The nail bed won't sustain a nail tip. So that is when nail forms come in. Doing forms is very similar to doing nail tips, except there's just no thing there to really hold it or that's going to stay with the enhancement because these stickers do peel off once you're done. So once the acrylic is completely dry, that nail form is going to peel right away from it. So the process, like I said, is very similar to how you would lay any acrylic. Just go ahead and start with the first zone. Some people do like to go with that second or third zone, like right in the middle where the end of the nail would meet the nail form, and start there because you do want that to be your apex. You want that to be the strongest point in the nail. But honestly, if your acrylic is leveled and laid properly, you can start at that first zone or whatever zone is most comfortable to you and works best with the acrylic. As always, you want to be mindful of your ratio and not get that acrylic into the side walls. We're using an orange and a white by the Chisel brand. I believe these colors are in their neon collection. But yeah, as you can see, we're doing a marbly, swirly kind of look and just kind of going for it. So if you want to complete that look, all you have to do is dip one side of your brush into the powder and then the other side of your brush into another powder, and just go ahead and swirl. Acrylic is very forgiving. Like when you're working with the forms, you want to make sure that everything is even in regards to structure so that there's no weak points so that it doesn't break. But I say that it's forgiving because it will dry in the places that you need it. Like, for example, I see a lot of people use tips when it comes to doing an acrylic toenail, and it's really not necessary. The acrylic has the ability to freeze into place most of the time if you're getting your powder to liquid ratio correct and also the drying time correct. And are y'all ready for something satisfying? Check this out. Ooh. You can kind of see on the thumb it still hasn't dried all the way yet, so we're going to give it some time. But as nail techs, we don't waste time, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next nail, and we're just going to file. As per usual, we do have to gently push back that sidewall away from the nail enhancement. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes that acrylic will get into the sidewall, so please gently push that away from your client's skin and file it into the appropriate place, so that way your nail does last as long as it should last. After that, we do go in with this metal sanding bit with our e-file. This is going to make sure that our nail is flush to the natural nail and looks as natural as possible. This seals in our nail, if you want to think about it like that. You don't want to skip your sanding bits at the end, you guys, because it does ensure that your nails aren't lumpy, and that way your top coat will go on with perfection. Get as close to that cuticle line as possible. Get as close as that to the eponychium as possible to ensure that your nail will not lift. If you leave your nails too thick at the eponychium line, they will lift. So it's important that it's as thin as possible, but not thin to the point you can see the natural nail. This is what makes a marble design so fun and easy to do also, because you can stack and layer those colors, and when your drill bit cuts through those colors, you're just going to get more of the design. So please keep that in mind if you're ever thinking about what design should I throw on my client today. You can't go wrong with a marble once you master how to do it. But as you can see, our nail forms gave us these beautiful short looking nails. You can go as long as you want on the nail form. As you saw on the stickers, there's lines to measure how far you can go. So if your client wants extra long nails or extra short nails, the nail forms can do it all. So please keep it in mind. Next time your client might want something different. Nail forms are also good if your client has short bitten nails, or if they have just chips or breakages in their nails. It's a good way to not attach plastic to their nail, but more of a nail product. And as you can see here, we are pretty much done, you guys. We're just going in with our beautiful top coat, And I'm glad we have this portion of the video as well, because you could see how smooth and buttery that top coat goes on, because we filed those nails to perfection to make sure that there's no lumps or bumps in them, so our client doesn't feel any sort of ridges or anything unnatural for her nail. That is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video so I can continue bringing you more content like this. Please subscribe so that way you can stay in touch with all of our educational nail videos. Thank you again. Have a great day. See you in the next one.